Okay, so let's start creating an account for a student. We go to google.com. We click on sign in, enter an email address if you have one. We don't have one. So let's say create account. For myself, this is going to be tiny student free. So I'm going to say tiny student 799. Just needs to be a number that's not been used yet. So every email address needs to be unique. The chances of you getting an email address where you don't have to add numbers, where it's just your name and surname or just your name at Gmail, is very slim nowadays. But you can try. So let's press next. Now it will ask you for an email, phone number to verify that you do exist. The reason I'm getting this is because I've created too many accounts on this PC already. So I purposefully created another one in this manner so that you can see what it looks like. I'm not going to show you my number, but let's imagine I did show you. This is not my number. This is just random numbers. You would enter it, press next, and you'll get a code back. So I'm going to do this off screen quickly. Let me just enter my number there. After I've entered my number, it will send me an SMS. So I'm just waiting on my phone. I received a little SMS that gave me a code. I'm just going to punch in the code off screen as well. It's normally just 6 digits. I can press verify. And then, ironically enough, on the very next screen, I can take the number out. Now it's optional again. So normally you would leave it in, but I'm leaving it out because it's optional. So recovery address optional once again. Definitely recommended to have both. Even definitely recommended to have two-factor authentication. But for the purpose of this, we're not going to do it right now. So how old would a student be? 2006. That's a good year. The student's going to be female. You can select female, male, rather not say or custom. It's all up to you. And we can say next. Scroll down and say I agree. Go through the options if it's your first time. Definitely good to look at him. Now I've created a new account. And this new account, tinystudent799@gmail.com. So let's create a picture for it. Go to pictures, and I think the one I haven't used yet is the little horse. These all paid for pictures that you can get online. Purchase them for about $1 each, some of them for $3 each. There we go. But for you, it would be best to take a picture of yourself and just add it there. But if you can't, just add random pictures. It's always good to identify with something. Now that you've created an account, you can set up your browser exactly the same way as we did for the instructor. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to close here. So if you open up Chrome, to add a person, let me just show you what it would look like. If you already logged into Chrome as someone, let me just open it here, sorry, say instructor 1, then you can just click on that little button at the top and it would have a sign in or an add button. So I'm just going to say add. This person is going to be student free. It would be your own name over there. I'm not going to create a desktop shortcut for it. You're more than welcome to do it. Then it will always open as this specific profile in Chrome. So it depends on your preference. And then I can say sign in. My email address was tinystudent799, I think, at gmail.com. Press next. And my password was, not going to tell you. Press next. And I'm going to confirm that I don't have a phone number or recovery email. You can change those settings anytime. Turn on sync. Yes, please. It's a really good feature. And then from here, we can go to Gmail. Just click on Gmail, open a new tab, click on these little buttons and click on Drive. Open a new tab, click on these little buttons and open Classroom. And then maybe a last one, which I didn't give for the instructor, which could be very, very helpful, is open Calendar as well. So now that we've got all of these open, we can then go to, well, let's just open one of them, Drive over there. We can then click on our little button over here. Sorry, not that button, this button over here. Or right click on it rather. What am I doing wrong? I'm clicking on the wrong button. See, this button's got an exclamation mark. That's why I don't want to click on it. Let me just get rid of this extension, remove from Chrome. These three buttons over there. And we go to Settings. After we clicked on these three buttons, go to Settings. Like we did with Instructor, scroll all the way down. Click on Open a specific set of pages. Use Current Pages. And now that I've done it, I can close my browser. Now, every time I open it for that specific profile, which in this case was student free, it will open the pages that I want it to open every single time. So this can be very, very helpful moving forward. So this student still needs to select the default settings. So on the first screen, I would say next, choose default, good idea. And I'm quite happy with these settings. All right, so we're going to stop here for this one and move on to the next topic.